Hello Jungle. Hacklaw is one of the strongest operators in Delta Force operations, but only if you know how to use her correctly. These 10 tips, plus a bonus, show you exactly how to scan smarter, flash more effectively, and knife your way through squads with precision. Let's dive right in. Tip number 1. Understand exactly how the scan works. So Hacklaw's signal decoder scans only enemy operators, it does not scan traps or equipment, and it scans up to 60 meters. It scans in a cone shape in front of her. It seems that a lot of people believe it scans in circle all around her. This is not the case. It's very important. And actually, if you have the paid skin, the animation shows it very clearly. It scans in a cone shape in front of her. And when you use the ult, you get 2 scans. So during the time of the ult, it will sweep 2 times. The first time, if you catch other operators, other enemies, it will give you a couple of information. The first information it's going to give you is the gear level. You're going to know what helmet level and what armor level they wear. The number at the top from 1 to 6 is the level of the helmet. The number at the bottom is the level of the armor. 1 being a white armor or white helmet, 2 being green, 3 being blue, 4 being purple, 5 being gold, and 6 being red. If you get people on the second scan, then you will not know their gear level. In addition to the gear level, you know who the operator is, who you scan. You have literally a photo of the operator. So if you get people in the first scan, which is very important to try to do it, you know level of helmet, level of armor, and who you're fighting against. You can scan up to 6 operators. And when you scan, the lines that appear, you can have, I believe, up to 3 targets. And I'm going to jump into tip 2 where I explain more about these lines. Tip number 2, the red means the closest enemy. And I'm going to explain to you why it matters. So when you scan, you can have 4 colors for the lines that appear after the scan. The first color is red. Red means this is the closest detected operator. That's going to be very important for the next tip on how you can use it. So red is the closest one. Blue, a kind of a blue line, bluish line, means they are in a mid-range. And if it's more like a white line, it means they're a bit further. Remember, the maximum distance is 60 meters, so they are never very far. And then you can see that sometimes you have a yellow line. The yellow line is when you transform a red line into a yellow line that will allow you to use your flash to follow the line. And this is going to be our next tip. Remember, the lines represent the enemy positions relative to Hacklaw view, so where she is basically. Red line is the closest one. You may be able to show them through floors and walls, and that's why sometimes it's not that easy to follow the line, and it might be a bit moving, is because they might be on the upper floor or the lower floor. They disappear after a few seconds, and they never show bot, so it's only operator. So if you have a line, there is someone. The line will appear if you get someone on the second scan as well. Tip number 3, flashdown tracking and how to lock in the flashdowns on the line. So the technique is like this. You activate the scan, you see the red line, you look at the red line down, so you aim down at the line and putting kind of between your legs at the center, the line will become yellow. Then you can look straight and then you can throw the drone. Then the drone will follow the line. It will lock the path. And basically, it's a rocket that's going to follow the enemy and flash them for sure. You will be able to bounce against walls and everything. It only works on red line. You cannot get the drone, the flash drone, to follow a blue or a white line. And the red line needs to be transformed into yellow. You scan, you see the red line, you look at it down, you lock on it, it becomes yellow, you look up and you throw the drone. Don't wait too long. The line doesn't stay yellow very long. Tip number 4. What are the best times to use the scan? There are many different situations when you can use Hacklaw scan. These are some of the ones that I think are the most valuable ones. Before entering in a high traffic area. Let's say you want to enter in a building, you're not sure how many people are there, or you're worried that there might be campers or rats. So you can use it before pushing a room to ensure there is nobody there. The second I use it a lot is after a fight. You just finished a fight and you want to make sure you're not getting third party. So before looting or even before reviving, to make sure you're not getting pushed right away, you can scan. If you hear footsteps, sometimes you hear footsteps and you're unsure if it's a bot or a player, or you kind of hear the footsteps of someone who's crawling to you, then you can use the scan to confirm that, and you can prefer the flash to be able to attack directly. It's super useful, especially as a solo player when you rotate. That allows you to avoid to run into squads when you want to check an area or you have a doubt. And sometimes it's even worth waiting a bit to get your ult to recharge and reload. Use it to secure instead of just pushing without being sure there is a full squad in front of you. You can use it before the extraction as well to make sure there's no camper. Very, very helpful. I use it a lot. When I get close to extractions, I'm going to scan and make sure there's no rat that's waiting at the extraction. You can use the knife to do that as well, and I will come back to that technique. I sometimes using mid-fight as well. When we're fighting, maybe you're 1v2 or similar situations, you're unsure. You know kind of the room where they are, but you don't, if you're camping a room, you don't know if on the left, on the right, on how to push. I'm going to use it mid-fight to really tell me where the next target and how to handle the situation. Okay, we're getting to tip number 5. Tip number 5, sweep multiple angles. So one scan won't reveal it all, right? So as I said, you get 2 scans when you use the ult. You can scan one time, and because it's scanning the code in front of you, if you're unsure, you can scan one time in an area, and you can turn and get a second scan in a different area. You can actually scan in a place, and maybe you enter admin, you want to scan, there's nobody, and say, oh, maybe they are in the second part of the building. So then you can run quickly to get as far as possible before the second scan, so you get a big part of admins that have been scanned, for example. So really use the 2 of them. Even if the first one is much more powerful because you get the gear information and the operator information, the second one is still very valuable. You will know the number of operators, and you will have the lines to know where they are. So use it very well. Don't forget to like and follow. It's the best way to support the channel and encourage me to make more videos. Tip number 6, the knife silences enemy abilities. And that I don't know if everybody knows about it. So it does not just hurt, well, it hurts a lot. If you're able to get headshots with that knife, you're going to just destroy anybody, and it breaks a lot of armors or even kill people. It's pretty difficult, to be honest, but you can use it to disable operators' abilities. And I think the radius, so you throw the knife and there's an operator in a radius of about 10 meters of the impact, then the operator will not be able to use the skill for a couple of seconds, and very, very powerful. You can as well to use it to help to cancel skills, like I think the drones, the traps. It helps with a lot of the operator skills as well. So no need to have the knife exactly on the person, you just need to have the knife close enough so it activates the silence ability. It's very, very powerful when you push or when you defend. 7, and one of my favorite one with Hacklaw. So you can use the knife tick, the mark, to actually scout hiding spots. So you have the scan, the ult to know if people are there, but sometimes you want to, you don't have the ult, or you want to check specific places. And I'm going to give you one of the ones that I do almost all the time, is if you throw the knife and there's an enemy in this 10 meters area, the one that activates the silence, then you will get a mark on your screen, like a tick on your aim. This will tell you if there is an enemy. It's not limited to operators though. It works the same with the bots, with the AIs. So you need to take that always with a grain of salt. Like, yes, it can be an operator, it could have been a bot. The way I use it all the time is in 0dem, when I'm going to admin, I go in the place where you start the wall breaker. I go on there's the boxes, you can go on the boxes and you can see the balcony there. So if I start to get close there, first I check the balcony. If I don't see anybody, I can throw the knife balcony. And if I get a mark, I'm almost always sure that it's an operator. There's no bots going to that room. Or at least I've never seen bots in that room. So that tells me that, okay, I have to be careful. Someone can pick up balcony or can pick up window. You can use that in many angles. If you're pushing and you're unsure in an angle, let's say you're fighting breach in admin, you can throw the knife, and if you get a tick, there's a high chance that there is an operator there. Could be a bot, but it's a free scan and you get it so often, so abuse it. The passive of Hacklaw is incredibly powerful. You can walk or crouch walking, almost silent. You can barely hear it. And the thing is, when you're crouch walking, you're going as fast as another operator walking. So you can go as quickly as the other operators without almost making any noise. And this is very powerful, especially when you're trying to sneak in on a team, you're trying to get an opening kill, or you're maybe playing solo against other teams, Hacklaw is amazing for that. It can help you to get in positions where they don't expect you to be, surprise them, get the first kill of the opening. And you can, worst case scenario, you can scan and know where they are. And if you move after the scan, they will have no idea where you come from. Remember, it's when you're walking on or crouch walking. Tip number 9, I highly recommend to play Hacklaw with SMGs. And the reason is because our scan is only 60 meters, right? So if you're playing a sniper and you're playing far all the time of the fights, then your scan is not going to be that useful. Yes, you're going to be able to check if you're into a building or before the extract, but you're not getting get the full value of playing her in about knowing exactly where the enemy is and using your drones to flash and attack at the same time. SMGs, maybe shotguns, or kind of the same way of playing, are very powerful with Hacklaw. You can get close to them, you can scan, you can push with the flashes, and as well you can move the silent steps of a passive. And all of these skills are very powerful in close combat. So try to play her with SMGs. Doesn't mean you cannot play with rifles, but the scan is much less efficient with it. Tip number 10, it's my case. Most of the time I play with randoms, so I don't play as a full squad. And for me, she's the best. It happens quite often that when you play with randoms, they are not communicating, not talking with the mic, not pinging, not giving you information. So basically, all the intels you have and the information you have is because you're getting them by yourself. And Hacklaw is the best for that. It's like she can secure your information. She helps you to have the right information before the fight. It's basically having teammates with you telling you what's going on. You can do the same with Luna, but I find it much harder when playing with randoms to get accurate information and help you to win fight 1v2, 1v3. Hacklaw is amazing doing this. Amazing as well if you're doing solo runs. If you're doing solo runs and you're trying to make some money and trying to know, should you enter, should I play this? Is it a 1v3? Are they highly geared or not? Hacklaw will give you all this information right away. So a kit really make it ideal for independent objectives, avoiding squads that are too geared for the 1v3 or compensating for the lack of information your teammates are not giving you. Good, and to finish, let's talk about the bonus one. I don't know if you know, but there are trucks that you can open thanks to Hacklaw. So if you use the knife, for example, on the truck that's at the outside of major station, then you can open that truck that usually you're not able. So same for the truck that is close to cement on the way of the extract. These trucks, you cannot open them. If you throw a knife at it, it will enable the electric circuits and you'll be able to open it and loot what's inside. There's a few operators able to do that, but Hacklaw is most probably the best one because the knives are coming back so fast. So another way to get some loot thanks to Hacklaw that other operators are not able to get. Master these tips and Hacklaw becomes more than a recon. She really becomes a solo carry. So let me know in the comment which operator I should cover next, or if you want more tips and tricks about how to play Hacklaw. See you, operators.